Namaste. Myself Dr. Neha Balian. In this class we will learn all about anatomy and physiology. We will learn modern anatomy and physiology with the effect of yogic practice on human body. We will also discuss and explore what is the more suitable and beneficial yogic practice for different organ systems as our muscular system, our digestive system, respiratory system, and many more systems. As we know, anatomy and physiology is the study of the functions and structures of a living things. If we talk about the other aspects of anatomy and physiology as Ayurveda and Indian ancient philosophy believes that not only the human body but also the entire universe is made up of 5 elements, which are fire, air, space, earth and water. Ayurveda also believes that human body is made up of 3 dosa, which is called 3 dosha, which are Vata, Pitta, Kapha. And Ayurveda also says that our body is made up of 7 tissues also. And what are these 7 tissues? These are called Sapt Dhatu, which are Ras, Rakt, Mans, Med, Asthi, Majja and Shukra. So there are different aspects about the anatomy of human body. In yogic text also it is being said that human body has 5 layers as Annamay body, Annamay Kosh, physical body, Pranamay Kosh, energy body, Manomay Kosh, mind body, Vijnanmay Kosh, which is wisdom body, and Anandmay Kosh, bliss body. We find in ancient Indian text that we also have various energy centers which called chakras, as we have few main chakras as root chakras, Mooladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipur, Anahad, Visuddhi, Ajya and Sahasrara. We also have so many numberless energy channels. Okay, so thus we can say that in modern anatomy, if we talk about modern anatomy, we have different organ systems according to Ayurveda, and according to yoga and ancient philosophy we have different aspects. Here in the coming classes we will learn about modern anatomy also, and we will cover ancient yogic anatomy as well. Okay, so before going through the next aspects and topics, I would love to discuss about the objectives of these coming classes. For that we need to go to the next slide. So these are the objectives for the study of anatomy and physiology here. As you can see, the first objective, understanding of anatomy and physiology. Right now we are talking here about the modern anatomy. So after going through all these classes, one would be able to understand the anatomy and physiology, okay, which is really important in yogic practice also. So like anatomy and physiology, as we have different organ systems, as we have respiratory system, we have digestive system, skeletal system. So after going through these classes, one would be able to know, if I am talking about the skeletal system, one would be able to know that how the skeletal system is formed and functioning, what are the functions of a skeletal system for us, and how one can use this system in yogic practice. Apart of this, there are other systems also as digestive system and respiratory system. After this, you would be able to know about the anatomy of each and every structure of the different organ systems and their functions completely. So when you will practice some yogic practices as cleansing activity, asanas, pranayam, meditation, then you will be already aware, you will be already familiar with your body structure, what is happening inside, and accordingly you can choose your yogic practices, how long you have to hold a posture and what kind of breathing you have to take. So all these things going to be really helpful in your yogic practice also. Next, body awareness as bones, joints, muscles and different organs, etc. After going through all these classes, you will be aware about your body organs, and before that the bones. You will be aware like the way you are utilizing your different systems. You will be aware about the different joints, about the mobility, how you can move, the range of the motion related to your joint. You will be aware about the muscles, especially when you are doing some asanas. You will be aware the strength and stamina, what is the capacity of your muscles. Apart of this, you will be also aware about the different organ systems during your yogic practice also, and in general also throughout the day. As you know about your digestive system, what is the structure of your digestive system? There are different organs which together make digestive system, as your teeth, your tongue, your mouth, then esophagus, your stomach and related other organs, liver, pancreas and intestines. If you are already aware about the structure and you know the function also, okay, so in general you will be able to use them properly. And while doing yogic practice, if you want to work on particular organs, then accordingly you can choose your asanas, accordingly you can choose the breathing pranayam uh, if you know your joints, muscles and different organ systems. So thus after going through all these lessons, classes about the anatomy and physiology, you will be aware, you will be familiar about the joints, muscles and different organ systems in your body to maintain the health. Okay. Next point, as you are already aware of your anatomy and physiology, what you are having, the structure, you are already aware about this. Okay. You are already aware about the functions, how the functions is being happening, carried out inside the body. Okay. So after that you really can maintain your health. Okay. You can maintain your health in general also, you can maintain your health with yogic practice also, because you already know. If I am talking about the respiratory system, you know the structure, you know the anatomy of your respiratory system, like your nose, nasal layers, pharynx, larynx, trachea, bronchi and two lungs. If you are already aware about the organs, then you know these different organs together make respiratory system. Then you aware about the respiration process, you are aware about the functions also of the respiratory system, then you can maintain the health. Then you know that deep breathing is really helpful for you. In general also you will be more aware, you will be more aware about your breathing, the pattern of your breathing, it is deep or it is shallow. Same way with other organ system also. If you are already aware about you know your digestive system, you know the different organs together making digestive system, you aware about the functions of the digestive system, then you will be aware the food you are taking in, ingesting, and then digestive process you will be aware. If you know your body, if you know your digestive system, then you will be able to know that there must be a gap in between your both meals. There are so many things you will came to know, thus you can maintain your health. It is really important here. Next point, you see, maximizing the benefits of yoga practice. Okay, so as you know the anatomy, as a teacher also or as a practitioner, as a student also, if you know your body, if you know the structure, joints, muscles, bones, if you know about that, okay, if you are aware about that and you are practicing in a group, with other students also, and you will find in few asanas you are not as bendy as other student who is performing asanas next to you. And you know the limitation of your body, you know the range of the motion of your joints, then you will be able to accept your body. Okay, when you are able to accept your body, then you can enjoy the posture, then you can enjoy the practice. But if you are not aware about your body, how your body is structured, what is the range of the motion, then you are practicing with other students, then for sure you are going to compare yourself. Then you can think in your mind that I'm not good enough, is there something wrong in me? Okay, so these kinds of feelings can arise in one's mind. But if you know anatomy, the structure of your bones, joints, and the stamina, strength of your muscles, then you can accept those things, and accordingly you can use force to enjoy the practice more. A part of this, there are different organ systems we are having. Okay, so if you, in general, if you want to work on a particular organ, okay, as you want to work on your lungs, you are already aware about your lungs, the anatomy, structure, and you are aware about the function also. And if you want to strengthen your muscles related to your respiratory system, then you know the deep breathing for sure going to help you, then you know using your diaphragm going to help you. So thus you can maximize, you can increase the benefits during your yogic practice, whether you are doing asanas, whether you are doing pranayam or other any activities, you can enjoy your practice more. Next point we see minimizing injury and other health risks. Okay, so it is the again same, if you are aware about your body structure, you are aware about the functions of your skeletal system, you are aware the mobility of your joint, and you are practicing in a group. So you will know how far you have to go in a particular posture. Okay, when you know your body, you know your joints, and you are aware at that time, more you are aware during the movement, during the practice, less chances of injuries are there. Okay, so you can see here, more you know your body, more you are aware during your practice, there are less chances of injury. You know the structure of your joints, of your bones, you know the strength of your muscles, stamina, accordingly you will use your joints, accordingly you will use your muscles, different limbs. Thus you can avoid any injury, you will not force yourself in a particular postures, you will not go beyond to your body, you will listen to your body. So you can avoid different injuries also. There is one more point, other health risk also. If one has any medical condition, like if one has any cardiac issues related to heart, related to blood pressure, if one has any issues, and that person is aware about the anatomy and physiology, okay, then you know about the functions of the heart, and then one is able to know how the fast breathing and slow breathing going to affect the blood circulation. Then one is able to know that deep back bending or forward bending or twisting how can affect to the heart. Okay, if one is aware, if one is familiar, if one is completely deep down about these information, one can avoid all kind of risk during yogic practice. So we can see the importance of anatomy and physiology here in general also, and in any medical condition also. Next point we see here, to understand what is going on in the body during yogic practice. As a student and as a teacher also, if you are doing a particular asana or breathing, okay, as I am repeating this few times already, you know your anatomy, you know your physiology. And suppose you are doing a particular breathing as a abdominal breathing or natural breathing, okay, You are just in a sitting posture, you are with close your eyes and you are completely relaxed. You know the anatomy and physiology and you are just doing breathing. Then you are completely aware what is going on inside, how your lungs moving, how the muscles related to your respiratory system, your diaphragm and other muscles moving and relaxing, expanding and relaxing. Then you will be aware as the diaphragm is expanding and relaxing, it's also massaging to the internal abdominal organs also. So this is about the breathing. And suppose you are doing an asana, as you are doing some twisting posture in which you are twisting your back to one side, either to the right to the left. If you know anatomy, if you know the structure of your body, and if you know at the sides here or related to the abdomen area what organs are there, and you are doing some twisting, then you know that your twisting asana as Ardha Matsyendrasana asana or Vakrasana going to affect which organ. So you are aware of that. It is going to affect different organs, your kidneys, your pancreas, your liver. If you are doing some forward bending, you are already know anatomy and the functions. You are doing forward bending and you can see the effect of that posture on your body. So it is really nice when you know the anatomy and physiology and you are doing some yogic practice, you are performing asanas, you are performing pranayam and you are doing meditation. You can literally realize, experience the effect of those activity in your body related to different organs, in your nervous system, your digestive system. You can feel that and you can utilize that to maximize the benefits related to that practice. So this is about that. Next point, you see the last second point for therapeutic purpose. It is also really important here. As you are a teacher or maybe you are a student, a practitioner, and if one has any medical condition related to respiratory system, suppose if one has asthma, a problem related to lungs, at that time you know the anatomy and you know the physiology also, and you are a teacher or you are a student and you are going through to this problem and you are practicing some breathing or some asanas. If you know the anatomy and physiology, only then you can cure. That practice can be preventive for that. If you are not aware about the physiology or anatomy, then for sure it can be dangerous also. Okay. In other things, if one has like cardiac issues, if one has high blood pressure, okay, so if you know the anatomy and physiology, like if one is doing back bending, one can feel more stress, one can feel more pressure to the chest region. If you are aware, then you are going to avoid it. But if you are a beginner, you are not aware about the about your anatomy, about your physiology, and still you are performing those things, those activities, those asanas or pranayam which can injure you, which can be dangerous. It's about breathing also, like the fast breathing, hyperventilation breathing, bhastrika, kapalbhati. If one has any respiratory disorder like asthma or any cardiac disorder, then these kind of fast breathing can be dangerous. If you already know the anatomy and you are aware about the physiology and the effect of those yogic practice on that particular organ system, then those things can be preventive. If you are not aware, those things can be more risky and dangerous also sometimes. Okay. Nowadays we can see lots of teachers are just giving therapeutic classes also and using yogic practice as a preventive also in different areas in health sector. So this is really helpful. So the last point is here feeling of well-being. Okay. So you know your body, you know the functions, you know the anatomy and physiology, and you know the yogic practice, you know the asanas, pranayam, meditation, and you know the effect of those things also. In general also, in yogic practice also, then you can maintain your health, you can maintain physical, emotional well-being completely. And then you can use these things really in a nice way, because if you know all these things already, and then yogic practice is really I will not say a tool, but it's a beautiful path in this way, and then you can use this to attain your goal, your motive, whether it is health related or whether it is for spiritual upliftment. Anyhow you can achieve it. So this is all about objectives. I really hope you got these things. Now we will talk about the next topics, which is about the anatomy and physiology in general. Here now we'll start with anatomy and physiology. What does it mean, anatomy, and what is the meaning of physiology? So anatomy and physiology are very important two terms related to study of the science of livings, okay, where anatomy means study of the structure of the human body. So here we are studying all about human body and human anatomy, so it is related with that. So anatomy is the study of the structure of human body, how we can understand it. As you can see, we all have the human body, okay, and we used to say my hand, my leg, my head, my shoulders. We never say it's me. So these are the things which belongs to me. So, and kind of tools which we are using and utilizing during the day. We are utilizing during the day, doing so many tasks externally also, and internally also there are so many things happening inside, okay. So anatomy is the structure of the human body. As we see, the human body is made of different organ systems as skeletal system, muscular system, digestive system, respiratory system, nervous system, endocrine system. There are different organ systems. So if I will talk about the skeletal system in general, so in skeletal system, if I relate it with the anatomy, so this is the study of the skeletal system related to the shape and size of the different bones, types of the skeletal system, how different bones related to each other. So this is the study of that, okay, study of the structure of a skeletal system. If I will talk about the other system as respiratory system, okay. So in respiratory system we have different organ systems, start from the nasal layers, nasal cavity, then pharynx, larynx, then we do have trachea, and then bronchi, branches of bronchi, then two lungs. So all these different organs come together and make respiratory system. So in anatomy we study these different organs which make respiratory system, okay. We study about the different organs and then this particular system at one time and relation between these different organs which is forming a respiratory system. Same way the digestive system also, as the digestive system, if we talk about the digestive system, there are different organs which together make digestive system. It starts from the teeth, mouth, then tongue, and then you see there the throat and esophagus, food pipe, then stomach and liver, pancreas, and gallbladder, small intestine, large intestine. These are the different organs, and all these organs together make digestive system. So anatomy is the study of these system with the associated different organs also, okay. So thus we can say that our human body have different organ systems, and anatomy is the study of the structure of those systems, how those systems are structured, how the different organs together make a particular organ systems, then all the different organs together make this human body. So anatomy is the study of that structures. Next we see physiology, okay. Physiology, how living things function, okay. So we know already what is anatomy. we have different organ systems in our body. Okay. On the other hand, physiology is the function, whatever is happening inside. So physiology is the study of those functions, how the different organ systems interacts together, what is happening inside, what are the functions of those systems. As if I will talk about the skeletal system. So anatomy is the structure of the bone, shape and size of different bones in our body. And if I will talk about the function, then functions are, what are the functions of skeletal system? Functions are mobility, locomotion, and protecting vital internal organs. So whatever is the function of that anatomy is the study of the physiology. If I will talk about other systems also, as digestive system and respiratory. Respiratory system, they are different organs together make respiratory system. And what is the function of respiratory system? Respiration process. There are so many things, there are so many functions of respiratory system we will study in the respiratory system. If we will talk about the digestive system, there are different organs together makes digestive system, that is the anatomy, and the function of that digestive system is physiology. Okay. So what are the functions of digestive system? Ingestion, digestion, assimilation, elimination. So the study of all these functions comes under physiology. Okay. So in the anatomy and physiology, first we study about the structure of that particular organ systems, and for that particular organ systems there are other organs, and those organs together make a particular organ system. Then those all the major organ systems together make human body. Okay. Thus there are many organs makes organ system. If I will talk about the digestive system, there are different organs, mouth, teeth, esophagus, or there are different organs, and all these organs having individual different functions. Okay, and together they make digestive system. So this physiology is the study of all those different various organ system which make a particular major organ system. Then together all those organ systems make human body. So anatomy is the study of the structure of all those systems our body, human body is made up of. And physiology is the study of the functions of all those anatomy of all those the organ systems and their functions, how the different organ systems functioning, interacting with each other is the study of the physiology. So till now we have gone through about we have discussed about the objectives, okay, which we are going to cover also, and you will be aware and familiar, you will be enabled to know different objectives we have discussed. And just now we have talked about the anatomy also and physiology also, what is the meaning of anatomy and what is the meaning of physiology and what is the importance of this. I'm sure anatomy and physiology, these two terms are cleared and you are aware about these words, you understood completely these words. I hope you enjoyed this class. Namaste.